What if your regular diet consists of pizzas and burgers? Would you still be able to do exercises to lose weight, even from those processed meals? But first, you must know what a healthy diet is. A good definition is a diet that is void of ultra-processed foods, has whole carbs instead of refined carbs, has healthy fats, cruciferous vegetables, and fruits, mostly berries. I'll tell you why this is the case, but let's discuss the main topic. There are two ways to gain fat, and one way is through a calorie surplus. Virtually everyone knows that you can gain weight when on a calorie surplus, which is when you consume more calories than you burn. This is mostly fat because the excess energy that your body doesn't need is stored in you as fat. And this often means you must eat ultra-processed and sugary foods which are high in calories, and also bad for your health. Another way someone's weight changes is through insulin. People think that the only way someone gains or loses weight is through calorie surpluses and deficits, but it's not true. Consuming carbohydrates higher on the glycemic scale can result in fat gain. By the way, the glycemic scale is a figure used to measure how quickly foods that contain carbohydrates raise blood glucose levels. Anyway, the process works like this. You eat a carbohydrate, then it directly raises your blood sugar regardless of its glycemic index, and this isn't necessarily bad. Insulin is released in the blood to deal with the glucose and decide whether to store it straight away or for later use. The higher the glycemic index of the carbohydrate, the quicker it's broken down, releases energy, and is removed from the blood and stored in you for later use. Due to this, you will get a lot of energy for a short period, then a crash, which causes cravings, and this is known as a sugar spike and crash. This is why you feel more satiated and energized when you eat a potato, as opposed to getting more cravings from eating Haribos. So, eating high GI foods makes it harder for you to access your fat stores and lose fat, as your body is constantly storing the energy you get from those foods instead of using the energy it's carrying. Now, you can eat thousands of calories from sugary, high GI foods and still lose weight if you burn more calories than you consume. But you won't just lose fat, but also skeletal tissue and muscle. And we all know that going on extreme calorie deficits is not sustainable for the average person. So, can you lose weight without a diet? Yes, but let's be honest, you wouldn't be able to maintain your weight for years to come on an extreme calorie deficit. Because burning calories is harder than you think. For example, the average person consumes 2,000 calories, and to lose weight, you would think of going on a calorie deficit of 500 calories, so you would need to burn 2,500 calories to theoretically lose 1 to 2 pounds of weight per week. Now, let's look at the different ways someone can burn calories. A popular and common way is cardio. So let's start with light cardio first. Walking is a popular form of light cardio and everyone walks daily. It's simple and the average walk burns 100 to 175 calories every half an hour, taking into account that factors like walking speed and weight can affect this number. Another popular form is swimming, and it's also good for workout recovery. Swimming can relieve your muscles after working out, and it burns 300 to 600 calories per hour. Doing chores and cooking are also forms of light cardio, which can burn 100 to 200 calories per hour. Now, let's look at moderate cardio forms. Jogging is arguably the most popular weight loss exercise, and you can burn an average of 400 to 700 calories per hour. Obviously, the greater the intensity, the faster you burn calories, but the quicker you may burn out. Another example is cycling, which can burn around 600 calories per hour. Lastly, you could do high-intensity cardio. This is more physically demanding on your body, so it will require longer recovery. One example is playing sports. Sports like football, basketball, rugby and tennis burn a lot of calories. The calories could range from 300 to 700 burned per hour, and intensity affects this number. Another example is doing high-intensity interval training. Doing exercises like jump squats or short sprints with little rest in between sets, usually 30 seconds, counts as HIIT. It can burn 250 to 450 calories per half an hour. Apart from cardio, working out also burns calories. Factors like your sets, rest in between sets, weight, and the exercises you do can affect how many calories you burn, but the average workout burns between 360 and 560 calories. And doing compound exercises will burn more calories than isolation exercises. So, if you wanted to burn 2,500 calories without going on a diet, A typical day could be walking for 1 hour, which would burn 140 calories, jogging for an hour, which would burn 550 calories, swimming for an hour, which would burn 450 calories per hour, and from doing chores like cooking, you would burn 150 calories. We are just past the halfway target calorie burning mark, and most people would probably be tired after these already. Anyway, maybe you could play an hour of basketball at midday, which would burn 500 calories, then cycle, which would burn 600 calories, then for the remaining 200 calories, you would go on an hour's walk, which would burn 280 calories. But notice how unrealistic this routine sounds. Not many people will be able to get through half of it before feeling very tired, and it's not their fault. A common solution would be consuming less calories so you can lower the calories you burn, which is going on a diet. But the diet people go on may not necessarily be healthy. Because although you may restrict yourself to 1,000 calories a day, and aim to burn 2,000, you still might not lose weight, and it's because of the food, not the calories. Let's look at these crisps for example. It has 99 calories, which may be good for many people's quote-unquote diet, but it has A refined oil which can cause inflammation, and B, maltodextrin, which is a sugar high on the glycemic index, which can cause cravings and fat gain. And this is why the best solution to weight loss, and specifically fat loss, is controlling your insulin, and you do this by following the diet I listed at the start of this video. Because calorie deficits restrict you from consuming adequate calories, aka energy, this can cause you to get cravings and binge eat, and make the diet harder to maintain overall. Simply increasing your healthy fat and animal protein intake will prevent you from getting cravings, and will also speed up your metabolism, which means you can burn more energy even at rest, and you will get fewer cravings and feel satiated and energized throughout your day, which means you can do more things throughout the day without getting tired, inevitably resulting you in burning more energy, and losing weight at an even faster rate. You can then cut out ultra-processed foods and junk food without craving for them. So to conclude, you can lose weight without a diet and with an extreme calorie deficit, which isn't sustainable in the long run. So the best way to lose fat is by controlling your insulin, which teaches your body how to solely use its fat stores as energy, instead of constantly storing food for later use. Therefore, before you think about binge eating junk food and then fantasizing yourself running 20 miles a day, snap yourself back into reality, and know that you won't be able to make a routine out of that. And if this video fed you important knowledge, subscribe for more.